Come on!
Welcome to the Yeah Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on, and welcome to the Exit Wealth Studios right now. And we are showing that it can be done. We are the little engine that can. Why? Our internet's out. We're having a Comcast issue here today, but don't worry. Thank God Jeff and I both have two different phones. I mean, I'm an Apple man.
I know, I'm Android, Samsung.
But we both have got great internet plans, so instantly, bam, we're on our own stuff. Jeff's got his computer literally with an extension cord run to the building next door.
I don't even need the computer.
You don't need it.
No.
You don't need it. But if you did, we've got backup plans.
Yeah.
A little bit of a hiccup this morning. Certain things we're not going to be able to put up on the screen that maybe we had planned to, but these are the best shows. This is old school radio done in 30 minutes. No show does that. They give you 4 hours, a whole bunch of commercials, a whole bunch of music that you may or may not like. And I never liked, you got to be honest, when you listen to radio, I've been on shows that played no music and we were all talk with the regular guys. Then I've been on shows that played 2 to 3 songs an hour and we try to pick the best songs. But there was always a song that I'm like, oh God, why are we playing this damn thing?
Well,
and it's not my taste. It's basically
it's whatever the format of the radio station is that's probably playing its heavily researched music. We all know the drill. That's the same, you know.
But the listener doesn't know the drill. We know because we're in the business. They don't know that it's researched. Then they're like, you got to trust me on this one. Jungle Love is the song we got to play because of the... And you're like, really? I just think programming should be from the gut of somebody that gets the audience. You got to know your city.
That died in, I think, the 80s, right? That there was, you know,
it went away.
It went away definitely by the 90s. Late 90s, forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. So radio's in a different spot. Will there be a resurgent? Will radio rise like a phoenix from the ashes as these big companies that are going down and have low stock prices? Some companies are successful, and I'm not going to name names.
Well, there's only one, I think, that's doing okay.
Yeah, that's doing great. Yeah.
I mean, the other ones have been through bankruptcy or are bankrupt now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the big story is iHeartMedia. We will, you know, they're all over the news. They're trying to save money, so they laid off tons of people all over the country.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
iHeartMedia, formerly Clear Channel, where we both worked.
Right, we both worked there, and then Cumulus is in a second bankruptcy. They currently don't report, which means they don't get national advertising, and they've got people jumping ship. And, you know, it comes down to personalities. The only team in town that I know that is jumping on personalities, and he said it himself, is David Dickey.
Yeah, they brought back Kincaid.
They brought him back and gave him a 4-year deal. That's unheard of.
Mm-hmm. Especially in this day and age, right?
I don't know if I was supposed to say that. And if I shouldn't have, I apologize. That's probably in writing, but I know it to be true. I do know not to mention certain things I know. Let it happen. You never want to be that guy, and I'm not that guy. I got better things to talk about. Thank God I'm that. Man, if I didn't have so many crazy-ass things running around in my head, or I play off, I'm very improv. I just play off the situation at hand, the story at hand. You tell a story now. I've got a story. I'm not trying to one-up you, but mine's pretty damn funny, too. That's the way I am. So I'm never one of those guys, thank God, that goes, hey, man, did you hear? Did you know?
You're not a gossiper.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. I'm not a jealous person, and I'm not a gossiper. I hear I do have a temper. Wife's like, why do you? I said, I'm talking normal. I do talk loud. I don't know how to stop that. I don't know when that even started. Maybe it started because I've been in too many bars where the sound system wasn't good and I feel like I have to shout into the mic. I think that's when it started. I don't think I was always this loud.
You weren't always loud? Yeah. I tend to have a loud voice too, but yeah, you're the only one that I know that compares, that is louder than me. And you're right. It could be because you're just so used to having to project.
Yeah.
Doing all the bar gigs, which, by the way, we have one tonight at the Rock and Taco in Roswell, so you can see Steve doing his thing in action, and you'll be improvising off the audience there.
I will. I love to improv off the audience. It's the best audience, and the reason it's the best audience is because it's people like us. Doesn't matter the age, as long as you're 21. But the reason I say like us is because what Rock and Taco does is they bring in the best of the 80s. They do a little bit of 90s, but it's 80s primarily. And I know for a fact they're going to do some 70s because they're going to have Skinfolk in, which is the best. And I am screaming it from the mountaintops, Leonard Skinner tribute band. But the band they're bringing in supposedly bills themselves as the best of the 80s.
It's the greatest 80s show on earth is what their tagline is.
It's kind of like the circus.
Yes, Guardians of the Jukebox doing the 80s tribute tonight at the Rock and Taco.
Got to see it. Jeff and I will be there early. We get there about 7 o'clock. We do our show, which will air tomorrow morning. And we interview the band from the green room, a couple of band members, lead singer, just find out a little bit about them. And basically, tomorrow's show lets you know what you missed. So maybe you'll be at the next one.
You come to the next one. It's the first Thursday of every month. They have these great live shows, tribute bands on Thursday night to kick off the weekend early. And this is the perfect weekend to do it because July 4th
Oh, my God.
is Saturday. So most people, I think, actually, tomorrow is a federal holiday.
It is a federal
So
holiday.
you got the day off, so come out and join us.
Yeah, so man, if everybody's off, this could be a fun night. If there was a night to get a sitter, get one now because chances are that 15-year-old girl or 16-year-old girl in your neighborhood, she wants to do something with her friends this weekend. She's looking for some cash. So get the babysitter. Come out and join us. You can get your tickets right now at therockandtaco.com, or you can get them at the door. And sometimes the door, we're full. So you're running a risk. The earlier you get there, if you can get there around 6, but if you're looking for a table, if you're looking to sit down, you can make that happen. You pay a little bit more, or you can go G-pop and you stand where you stand, which is what you and I do.
That's what we do, yeah.
The bar is 3 or 4 deep.
Yeah, because there's plenty of room for Gen Pop. Although it does,
yeah.
if it does sell out, they will stop because it can get crowded in there.
Yeah, and the down area is awesome. I just wanted to give you a tidbit since we're going to see the best of the 80s, and I don't know if they play this song, The Guardians of the Jukebox. Do they mess around with Frida?
There's something going on.
Yeah, and the reason that song came up, because you are the Doc of Rock.
I got some info about that.
Before we jump into Steve MZ, which we're about to, did you know that 1982 song, and I remember when that came out, and I'm in my car, and it was the music matching her pitch, her tone, that there's something, it's high-pitched. And actually, the chorus is not as cool as the lyrics to me. The lyrics are the coolest part. I did not know that was the brunette, the dark-haired, or the redhead from ABBA.
From ABBA. And you know who produced the song and plays drums on it?
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins, yes.
I knew that.
Actually, no, Phil did not write it. It was written by a guy named Russ Ballard.
I've heard the name.
Because the Doc of Rock has mentioned him a lot because he's written a lot of great tunes. He wrote New York Groove that Ace Frehley did. He wrote that. He wrote, I Believe You Can Do Magic by America.
Nice.
Hold Your Head Up by Argent. He was in the band Argent. You know, that's a classic rock song. Anyhow,
Hold Your Head Up.
He's written a ton of songs with various kinds of artists like Frida. So, and he wrote There's Something Going On.
But you know what? He doesn't have one style. All those songs are
very
all
different. Yes.
Very different.
That's a great songwriter right there.
Well, I think he and Phil Collins and Frida from ABBA knocked it out of the park. I am hoping we see that song tonight
I do too.
performed. So join us at the Rock and Taco in Roswell, right off Canton Street. This bar screams Buckhead. And if you're new to Atlanta, I will tell you, as somebody that's lived here my entire life and partied along with my co-host Jeff, this bar is numero uno. Attention golfers, or should I say attention people that live in a subdivision that allows golf carts. Or maybe you just want one to ride around your house because you got land. This is a used golf cart. This is a club car. It has a sound system in here you can't see. It's been completely refurbished, new lithium battery. The seats are incredible. And this thing is $5,000 off a new one, and it was only used for a year or so. And if you mention the Yeah Come On deal, it's $500 off that. This could be yours at North Atlanta Golf Cart right now in Dawsonville, Southside Steve. Yeah, come on.
CMC.
I think I want to do a deal with him because North Atlanta Golf Carts brings you the Steve MZ segment. Yeah, come on hats. He's done my bourbon, giving somebody a bourbon that buys a golf cart. I'm thinking about having some hats made where there's just a hat sitting on the golf cart in the showroom. And if you buy the golf cart, you get a Yeah, come on hat.
Okay.
That does me better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the bourbon's great. It's celebratory. but that goes in your house, and you might even be a bourbon drinker, and you regift it. But a hat is cool.
Yeah, everybody wants a Richardson trucker hat.
And this is the best hat. This is the Richardson 120. And
112.
112.
What do you think you're in the swag business?
No, but I'm trying. I know a little bit. Jeff's in the swag business, and I do have to give a shout out to your competition. PTS Screening helped me do all my stuff. They've always been there for me. Now Jeff's in the biz.
Yeah. Well, I've been in the biz longer than they have, but I'm not as big.
You're small potatoes.
Yeah. I'm like Exit Wealth. I have a roster of a small roster of clients that I very well take care of, and I choose them.
About to say, you did all of 96 Rock swag. You did all of George Stein's Still Horse Law and DUI swag. And then you did all the swag for the Angel Flight golf tournament we just did with Steve Craig.
Yeah. And I even did some swag for Craig Riddle at North Atlanta Golf Carts. So I have a small roster of clients that
What
I
did
take
you
care
do
of.
for Craig?
I did some trucker hats. He did some North Atlanta Richardson trucker hats.
He did the Richardson 112s?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to talk to him.
Yeah.
We got to do a combo.
Then I also did, remember our guy, Seth Weathers, Ultra Right Beer?
Yeah.
He did a bunch of stuff with me too.
Look at you. You're real quiet about your extra stuff. I talk about everything. You don't. I wonder if that's a mistake.
Well, again, it's a small roster of clients like Exit Wealth.
There you go. Well, thank you, Exit Wealth. We're in your studios right now in Alpharetta and Buckhead. It is the Yeah Come On show, and every radio person is using this couple.
Oh, yeah.
And you've seen it on social. Two idiots, and I'm going to say idiots because there was no reason to do what you did, climb the Empire State Building yesterday.
Right.
And the whole world watched.
Right. Literally watched it live, and they put up some banner.
They did. I know what it says.
I thought it looked. I thought it was fake when I first saw it, but it ended up being real.
You've been ruined by AI.
Yes, I have.
No, this was real. Showed them. Obviously, they got out a door. They got to the platform. Somehow, security did not see them, and they were able. They obviously had knowledge of the building. Maybe a door you go into. I don't know if they picked a lock to get up a fire escape or what. But they were able to get to the level to where guys do have to change out. People don't realize there are lights and things up there, and those are for airplanes to see.
Yeah, they're like on the towers, like the antenna towers that have the lights.
And those have to be changed. There's a dude that does that. So somehow they got access to that. So I don't know, other than a full harness and carabiners, or whether it was a free climb, they were able to get all the way to the very top, and they put up a banner. And the banner said, "When the power of love beats the love of power." Wait, got to get this right. When the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace.
Okay, so they're making a political statement, but did this dude propose? I also saw that he proposed.
Well, he did. So they put up that little flag, which I don't know how they vote. But
It
you're
sounds
like
left.
It sounds a little left. Look, when love beats power, we all win. Is basically the message.
Yeah.
Then when they get back down, and it's a man and a woman, when they get back down to the platform where they can stand after they've gotten it from the very top and they came down, he drops to a knee with, I don't know, 3 helicopters filming him and asks her to marry him.
Oh my. Well, I mean, he kind of screwed over any other guy trying to get married soon. How are you going to top that?
You can't unless you parachute out or something. I guess you could do that, but they were 1,454 feet above the ground. And if you've ever done anything at Six Flags, like you get to the top of the Scream Machine, or you get to the top of the Great Gasp back in the day,
Free fall.
Free fall. Those are like 300 to 350 feet.
Ooh.
Try another 1,000.
Yeah.
That's high, bro. So that is way high. They're lucky. I mean, imagine if something up there was rickety and they busted their butts.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell. It looked like they might have had parachutes on themselves where there's a chance, but it's against the law. It's a federal law to climb the building. We'll see what New York City does. Are they 2 people engaged and their engagement's going to last 2 years because that's how long they're going to be in jail? That's what I ask you. There's diarrhea in Georgia.
Uh-oh.
I might have had a little bit of it.
I know you have a sensitive stomach.
Or do I have a great stomach and I just literally eat that bad?
Okay, yeah, it could be that. That's what makes a bad stomach. If you eat bad stuff, you're going to have a bad stomach.
Yeah. But I don't mind it. Sometimes, I mean, you got to be on the quick, and maybe it's a mess to clean up, but it's fast. It doesn't hurt. I remember back when I was eating good, I guess it hurt sometimes to go potty. Diarrhea is quick. No, I'm not catering to that, but I can tell you right now, a lot of people may have it. The Centers of Disease Control and Prevention are investigating a multi-state outbreak of clydoparesis, something. I wonder if I can pronounce it. Psychoparalysis, maybe.
So it's some sort of bug that gives you diarrhea?
Yeah. They said 145 people in 17 states, including Georgia, became sick from this parasite illness.
But
And
isn't this somewhat normal? There's little food bugs going around all the time.
Channel 5 ran with it right here in Atlanta, and they said that if you're they called it explosive diarrhea. This is not normal diarrhea. This is explosive. And have you ever had that? I had that in John Wayne Airport. And I was with a girl, and I literally went into the bathroom, and I was doing one of those, and I got khakis on, and I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt because we're non-revving. So she's dressed nice, I'm nice. But at the time, I had a Delta card, and I got her a pass. So we're subject to getting bumped, but we're in, and we got first class flying out of John Wayne Airport, which is why we were in L.A. Instead of driving out of L.A., we drove to John Wayne because I could get first class there.
Mm-hmm.
It's still 5 hours. I'd rather have first class than convenience. To airports, I get in there, and it was explosive. Just what they're saying. Hit the wall. Hit the back.
Like Dumb and Dumber. Jeff Daniels and Dumb and Dumber.
What he did was nothing compared to what I did. And it was everywhere, and it's on me. And all I can tell you is that we were running late, and she's going, Steve, and she wants to get on the plane and have cocktails.
Yeah.
Because that's
take
who
advantage,
she is.
Take advantage of first class.
So she's literally yelling into the bathroom, Steve, Steve. And I'm like, I'm going to need 3 rolls just to clean myself. It is impossible to clean this. Whoever the guy is that has to clean this poor airport bathroom is going to quit his job today. And I'm like, what have I done? And then thank God I heard people hitting the air. And I thought about it because I had to take my pants off to look. I had to throw my underwear away. My pants have got it like splattered on. I'm like, oh God. And then I look and I feel the back of my shirt and I'm like, oh no. So I take off my shirt and I hang my shirt on a hook. Nobody's going to go in the bathroom. And then I take off my pants and I literally go to the sink in my underwear at the time. I threw them away after. Right now I'm wearing underwear and I'm like, it's too gross. So then I take my underwear off because this makes the story even better. I tie the shirt around me. I am naked in socks and shoes with a long sleeve shirt tied around my waist. I have wet down my pants and I'm holding them up to the dryer. And people are walking in. It's a 2-potty and a urinal. And I'm like, you might not want to come in here. So every time the door opens, I see her face for a second. Steve! And then I'm like, you might not want to come in here. But that was what happened to me. I get on the plane and I've washed my shirt. I've dried it. We barely got on. We didn't get any of the pre-drinks. And I had to listen to her yell at me for an hour. And I'm like, you have no idea what I've just been through. So all I'm going to tell you is explosive diarrhea is in Georgia. Don't be one of the 145. This has been Steve MZ with a health comment. Hey, this is Southside Steve for myself and Jeff Cole, the host of the Yeah Come On Show, proud sponsors and endorsers of Small Sliders. And we're at their location right now, right off Windy Hill before Cobb Parkway in Marietta. And I'm holding a very small menu because you're killing me, Smalls. But I can read it. Whether you get 2, 3, or 4 shakes and all Coca-Cola products and the best fries and seasoning, you get it right here at Smalls in Marietta. Yeah, come on.
Polydictainment.
And this is also brought to you by... I just want to give some love to Elite Finishes, the painting company. They're currently on vacation, but they do have people in place, believe it or not. The owner's on vacation, and he's still got crews out. They're going to paint over the weekend, and they have told homes they have to paint on the outside between 7 and 9 a.m. It's going to get so hot this weekend. And they don't want anybody on the roof after 10 a.m.
Too hot.
Too hot. And indoor painting is great, but a lot of times you cut off your AC for that. So he's running his crew. But this is for real. I mean, just letting you know with the heat stroke. But Elite Finishes, they just crushed my kitchen. They can help you. And the only reason I bring it up, today's the last day, July 2nd. that if you literally call in and say, I want a book, that's all you got to do. You'll be on the list that if the Atlanta Braves win the World Series, your paint job will be free.
You got a book today, though.
Got a book today.
EliteFinishesGA.com.
Yeah, go to Elite Finishes, GA as in Georgia.com.
So yeah, 4th of July weekend celebrating 250 years. We've had the big what's it called? The Freedom Fair. Oh, Freedom 250.
Yeah.
Happening in DC. So for Saturday, there's all the events. I'm really tired of hearing about the algae. Did they get that fixed yet? I'm not even paying attention.
President Trump said they would have it fixed either right before or just after, but obviously they cut the line or whoever did it with razor blades. Now there's a fence around it and there's protection, which stinks. You should be able to walk up to it and touch it because that's America. And we know in Forrest Gump, she waded across it. You know, it was the coolest thing in the world. And that's the thing, people, when you have to put a fence around it, you're ruining it.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll all be cleaned up by Saturday.
Yeah.
They're going to have the concerts, the Air Force flying over. But I did see a story that there's not big as crowds going there for this whole fair thing going on as they expected.
Is that because they're worried about bad people?
I don't know. It's just not as.
Would you go to an event?
I've never been to DC. I've been to DC one time because I flew out of Dulles. And I went and just did a quick, tour. Yeah, I couldn't imagine packing up your family and taking your 4th of July vacation just to go to D.C.
We did it.
You did?
We did it in 17. I always say 17. God bless America.
Did you do it in 76?
I did. We did it in 1976
for the bicentennial.
Bicentennial. We were there.
The Rickmans.
The Rickmans. We did the covered wagon. There were covered wagons. That was the theme. And my grandfather's brother's son was the wagon master, Frank Rickman. So we had access. Frank Rickman was also a guy that owned a lot of land, knew a little bit about demolitions, and worked with Needham and worked with Burt Reynolds and was a part of like 3 or 4 films in Georgia. He was the go-to guy in the 70s if you were filming in Georgia. Number one, he had the land. And he could help with explosives if you were going to do that. And he was well connected. But he was a good old boy. When I saw him, man, he had the mustache, big burns, shoulder-length hair, wearing his cowboy boots. And he was a cool, cool dude. And we went up to meet him. And my cousins lived in Annapolis, Maryland, which is where the Naval Academy is. So we got a tour of the Naval Academy where a lot of people, including Jimmy Carter, graduated. So I saw the Naval Academy when we went to the Franklin Institute, the Smithsonian. We went to the White House. We did the White House tour. We did it all. I've got it all in a photo album, and we didn't miss anything. The Liberty Bell, Philadelphia. We did Philadelphia as well.
Wow.
And D.C.
Wow.
And we were we were on the road for 2.5 weeks, and we did it all over the 4th of July.
So you would have been 11 years old.
12.
12.
Just turning, 12.
No.
Was that 12?
No,
Yeah.
you'd have been 11.
11. All right, 11. My other brother was 9, and my other brother was 6.
Wow. Dang.
And we were there. I got all the pictures. It's pretty cool. But I did it, and I did it well. And a part of me was like, God, that's been 50 years.
Yeah, unbelievable. So, yeah, America celebrating 250. Of course, we have the Peachtree Road Race every 4th of July here. You got that going on.
I've done that. I don't know how many times have you done it.
I have never.
Oh, God.
I've watched it maybe once or twice.
I think I've done it like 18 times.
Yeah.
18 or 19. I've worked it a few times too. That was with a couple of times I didn't run because I was working it for 96. And let me tell you, those radio stations and everybody, they're out there at 5 in the morning. No vehicles are allowed after 6. You got to be in place and ready. And you are stuck there until the last runner goes by.
Yeah. Well, one of the times that I did was when we were at Clear Channel because the building was right there.
Yeah, you just had to come out.
Yeah, I just set up right there. It's a rose closed. You just set the tent right there.
And you were on the microphone teasing people?
I wasn't on the microphone. I was just a board up then. I wasn't a personality.
Sorry.
Right.
I've been on the vans. I've been on, we always set up right there at the top of the hill. The Cardiac Hill, which is where you run up to Piedmont Hospital. And it doesn't look, when you drive it, you notice you're going uphill. It's not uphill till you run it.
By the way, I did one of these things for the first time last weekend up that hill. I rode one of those bird scooters.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
the ones that you rent with your credit card and when you're done, you leave it?
Yes. I did this for the first time. When just going up and down Peachtree for a few blocks.
Okay.
It kind of
was it fun?
Yeah, it was kind of scary at first because once you get used to it, it's easy to control. and you just zip up and down the hill. I didn't even feel the hill at all.
No, and trust me, if you were walking it,
Yeah.
you would have felt that hill. The one time I did it, it was the worst because I had a bet against Larry on the regular guys. Could I run it in an hour? And back in the day, I could run it, when I was in my 20s and I was running or playing soccer, including the first time I ran it in 1980. I was in the ninth grade. I ran it in 44:50, something like 44 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could always run it under an hour. Even if I trained for it or not, I could run it under an hour. That was nothing. And then it all of a sudden became something. So I told that story. Larry goes, all right, I'll do a bet. He goes, for every minute, you don't run it over an hour. He goes, I'll give you a 15-minute spread. If you run it over 75 minutes, you owe me $25 a minute. I will pay you $20 a minute, between an hour and 6:15. So I was like, I can make money, but at the second I go over 15, now I'm losing money.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a challenge, and I had to push. I ran it in 68 minutes and thought I was going to die.
Oh.
But
So
I
you
pulled
did-
it off.
Yeah, you pulled it off.
And I was running with my wife. But there's been fun challenges. I did it with a GoPro running on my chest. Amanda and I got baptized. There's a priest out in front of the Catholic Church that will baptize you, and they call it holy water, and they're spraying it.
Oh, while you're running, you can get baptized really quick? Just boom.
Quickie. Get a quickie. But there you go. Or anointed, I should say. You're not baptized. But, that's just what's going on in Atlanta. So the Peachtree Road Race is always fun to watch if you're at home. And a lot of people are making plans, but it is going to be the hottest weekend. People are really it's even hotter in the Northeast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been hot here.
Well, that's politics. We're all going to watch. We're all going to watch Washington. Congratulations to the World Cup team, which we'll get into quickly in sports. But America's on fire. And here's the good news. With the World Cup here, for people that don't get it and hate this country that live here, everybody that's visiting is like, this is the greatest place on earth. It's time now for a little bit of sports, and sports will be brought to you by Stars. Stars all over the place. Why? Because that's patriotic, which is why he calls his company Star Coaches and Rap Star USA. Star Coaches, the greatest way to get around. He has the 2028 Trump bus. He had the 2016 bus and the 2020, and he's put over 500,000 miles riding around. Trump's been on the bus, and when you get a chance to go on it, you see where he sat, you see the autograph things. He has T-shirts for sale, and believe it or not, Trump and the White House furnished Danny Hamilton with probably about 500 shirts and about 400 red hats. And he's got it all on the bus, and he hands it out wherever he goes because he rides around in the Trump bus.
And the Trump 2028 is how it's wrapped now.
I don't even know if that's possible. We'll see. But boy, people get if you're upset, you really get upset at that bus, I guess. But Rap Star USA, if you need it wrapped, a car, boat, anything, go to rapstarusa.com. Yeah, come on. Well, I just want to say that right now we have the greatest soccer team that we've ever had in World Cup history.
Well, I see that we won last night, right?
Yeah.
So that means we're on to the next Sweet 16. Are we
Look
there
at
yet?
you. You were there.
I
We are
only know
there.
this. I only know this from you, so I am trusting your, your sports knowledge, which
And soccer knowledge and World Cup knowledge.
Okay, you're more knowledgeable about that than
I've been to the World Cup in '94 in Dallas, Texas.
and you were a big time amateur soccer player back in the '90s.
I was a good player. Played Division I for like 6 years in the ADSL. So, yeah, for me, soccer was it. And watching this team, I see what everybody else sees. I think why America is into this team is because, number one, all walks of life are represented on the team, and that's cool. Also, people are into it because people like winners. It's just like you or anybody else. If you're not into the sport, when do you start watching? You may not go to one Hawks game, but if they were playing for the NBA championship, you're watching.
Right. Same thing with the Braves. I love the Braves, but I really don't get Braves fever until towards the end of the season.
And if you see they're going to get in the World Series, you're like, oh dear God.
Well, yeah.
Falcons,
Same thing.
Same thing. Playoff, Super Bowl. That's when you really, and they call it bandwagon jumping.
You're a homer.
Yeah.
They call it you're a homer. You're just like the home teams, when they're getting hot.
But guess what? When you've got a team that represents your country, the way hockey teams in the Olympics do, soccer teams, any team sport, all the way down to gymnastics, they say this particular team, number one, they're winning. Number two, they've gone further than any other American team in the history of the World Cup. We are looked upon as a great nation, but we are not looked upon as a great soccer nation. The world laughs at our soccer team, but gives us a standing ovation about our country. So there's this deal. But now the world is watching. Other teams are worried about us. Our captain is from St. Louis, the heartland of the country. Then you've got our best defender. He's from Birmingham, Alabama. So now you got the heartland and the South. You've got 2 or 3 players up like Hershey. One guy's from Hershey, Pennsylvania, but from the Northeast. And I'm looking at some of this. The number one midfielder, his deal is military kid. He's lived all over the United States. His father's just a military man in the Army. Then you got somebody from Bronx and Brooklyn, somebody from Miami, somebody from Los Angeles. So you're starting to see how this team is. And that's why everybody's got a stake in it. 2 of them are from El Paso, Texas. And then the rest of the starting lineup, you've got sons of immigrants that came to this country. Second generation, Mexican, Dutch, and German. And the best of all, the one that'll blow your mind, we have the most educated goalie in maybe World Cup history. He is a Harvard grad.
And he's the goalie?
And he is the goalie.
We have a total melting pot team.
100%.
Okay.
And they say never before has it been that way. A lot of times these U.S. teams have pulled from certain colleges, certain areas of the country. This one is from all over. And the coach, have you looked at this guy? He looks like he works for FedEx. or he's like, he's a different version of Fidel Castro. He wears just the all blue. You know how Fidel wore the all green?
Yeah.
It's monochrome, which same shade. He wears the pants and the shirts. It's like a high-end version of Scrubs with a collar. But that's his look, and I dig it. And the guy's got an accent. So if you're watching, the U.S. is through. This is incredible. England is through, which is another favorite team. England will play Mexico this week over the holidays in Mexico. That's going to be tough. But everybody's loving it. And lastly, the Braves had a game last night. Go Braves! Of course, the Braves can't help but win. That's what they do. Guess who they had in the audience? They had about 300 Britons because England played here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium yesterday. After the game, they walked to the stadium for the hell of it because one of their guys is local that's lived here for about 12 years that they're friends with and grew up with. He brought the whole group. They bought the cheap outfield seats, and anybody with a camera, all of our local television stations, had you and I been there, we'd have been up there just
taping them.
They were fantastic. The whole stadium was entertained by them. Cool. They were the only ones, and they had, out of all of them, I think only 2 had ever seen baseball in person. They were like, "What is this?"
They're here enjoying America.
They say
this here's America.
They love America. Now, for track 13, we don't have to do the song that I brought up, but both you and I
think we should.
All right, we're geeked for tonight because if you love the 80s like Jeff and I do, he is the Doc of Rock. Jeff has some 70s love, 80s love. Neither one of us were too crazy about the 90s, but he knows all. I picked a good song, but I picked a song that was played a lot on the radio.
Well, technically, there's something going on by Frida that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
It's a pretty still played radio song. What other radio song? Because we try to go deep on the track 13, stuff that you don't hear normally.
Yeah, I'm going to look real quick because I think we should go deeper. We've been playing off the Monsters of Rock tour. We did a Dawkins song, and we've done a Van Halen song, 2 of the headliners. The Scorpions, we could play something from the Scorpions. I don't know that these guys tonight will do the Scorpions, but I could be...
Maybe too heavy. I think they do more like pop and new wave 80s. Guardians of the Jukebox tonight at the Rock and Taco in Roswell. We will be there doing our show, and of course Steve will be giving away stuff and introducing the band.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, man, and we're going to broadcast live at 7. I love new wave. Cannot stand alternative. There's a few alternative bands I like, but new wave was just, it was so damn different. Am I wrong, Doc of Rock?
No.
Thank you.
It was the rise of the synthesizer. That's kind of
is that why it was so damn good?
Well, it was new. New wave.
Oh, stop with that. Is that really why they called it? It was a new wave. I'm looking at my home. Here we go. I'm going to pick something from the library. I'm looking at artists. We want to go deep. I did mention ABBA, but that's more the 70s, and all I would have is the hits. Aldo Nova. It's so funny. I woke up to Life is Just a Fantasy, but they do have Monkey on Your Back, which is a song that wasn't played. I have Asia, but maybe that's too off the beaten path. I want to do something Guardians will do. Bon Jovi, a deeper cut with him, or God, Bush is alternative, aren't they?
It's too
The Call.
90s.
The Call.
The Call.
Call could be good.
What song by The Call?
Man.
Da, 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 da.
Reconciled.
When the Walls Came Down. Is that The Call?
Yeah, or what's this reconciled? The Call reconciled is what I still believe. Oh, they did. I still
They
believe.
did a version of I Still. They did the original version of I
They
Still
did
Believe.
they did the original
Right.
version, not the version you saw in Lost Boys,
Right.
played by the dude on the saxophone, Tim Capello, who played for Tina Turner.
Yeah. Well, let's do I Still Believe. Let's do the original
Original.
by The Call.
And that will hit with the themes of Guardians of the Jukebox.
Yeah, because it is 80s, new wave, so who knows? Maybe they'll play it tonight.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
Who's going to be there tonight? Are you? We are.
It is The Call. I Still Believe.
No,
Track 13.
the
can
original.
Watch the original, not the Lost Boys one. You can watch the video, listen to it. Link in the description. It is track 13 on the Come On Show.